I reached for the space heater and stopped. I'm an environmental health and safety professional, 23 years, and inside my own four walls, I was an idiot. For years, I was leaving my expertise at the office like a pair of safety glasses in a locker. I assumed that because I knew the regulations, my home was just naturally safe. That assumption was a hazard in itself. This video is about 3 incidents that finally woke me up. The third one proves that a systems approach works as well at home as it does on the factory floor. It's exactly what every household needs to protect the family, the property, and budget. And it all starts with my confession. Standard disclaimer: this is not professional advice for your home, so use your own judgment. For most of my career, I have been the person with the checklist, the procedures, and the audits. I didn't move without a plan. But the second I pulled out of the parking lot at work, all that professional vigor just vanished. At home, I wasn't managing risks. I was just reacting to the messes. I had let familiarity blind me. I fell into the traps of thinking that my home was a sanctuary just because I lived there. But I had the answer the whole time. It was a management system approach based on the PDCA cycle. Here's how I failed at plan. I was in my early 30s settling into our home. I was cleaning up the bathroom after my now husband. It was a mess, so I grabbed the toilet bowl cleaner and some ammonia. Without thinking, I just started pouring. Within seconds, my eyes were burning and my throat felt like it was about to close shut. I had just created a cloud of chloramine gas in the bathroom. I spent the rest of that night wheezing on the couch, wondering how I could have been so reckless. In an industrial setting, I would have thoroughly read both the product's SDS and reviewed the container labels before using it. I knew what was required, but at home, there was no plan. I didn't identify the hazard. There was no procedure. I had left that knowledge at work, and my lungs paid the price. That night on the couch should have been enough, but it wasn't. You'd think I would have learned. I didn't. A few years later, I was out in the yard cutting a limb off of one of my crepe myrtles. Ironically, I had just reviewed the elements of safe yard work with my husband, so I had no excuse. I grabbed a tool that was undersized for the job out of convenience. First mistake. Instead of a clean, easy cut, I had to use excessive force to muscle through the wood. I wasn't thinking about where the energy would go when the limb snapped. Second mistake. The limb finally gave way and the force sent me straight to the ground. I hit hard on my backside. I still remember the bruise, and the embarrassment haunts me to this day. Knowing how to do a task safely is completely worthless if you don't follow the procedure. The do step only works if you do it right, not just hard. But the real proof came from the extension cord. This is where one of my industrial EHS habits saved us. Not because I had a formal system, but because I checked. It was winter and my space heater had just been pulled out of storage. My husband had moved it to a centralized spot in the room, but he used the standard extension cord to reach the outlet. I didn't see it happen, but when I entered the bedroom later that day, I knew that something was off. It just felt off. Even without a formal system at my home, my brain was wired to scan for risks. My eyes trailed from the outlet to the extension cord to the space heater. Only after turning off the heater, feeling the heat from the cords, and disconnecting everything from the wall socket did I find it. There it was. The space heater prong had melted into the receptacle of the extension cord. Thank God that I found it before it started a fire. I don't fault my husband. He's not an EHS professional and he still mows the lawn in his shorts, so we are a work in progress. I know I can't prevent every single mistake in our household, but my habit of checking saved us that day. I don't beat myself up about the controlled chaos in our home life anymore. I only beat myself up when I fail to check. That fire in the making was my wake-up call. It was time to stop reacting and start building. That melted plug was the final straw. I stopped being a passive homeowner and I put my expertise into building something I should have built years before. My industrial triage concepts are the same as at work. Plan, do, check, act. But the execution is different. In a factory, we use rigorous risk assessments and 20-page standard operating procedures. That's not needed at home. Industrial triage is all about asking one question regularly: what could kill or hurt me today? You then address what you need to, check your work, and move on. It's workplace discipline made simple for the home. It's not a certification, and you cannot fail at it. You just do it or you don't. My home is still not completely hazard free. As I said before, we are a work in progress, but we don't mix ammonia with bleach anymore. I use the right tools for the job and wear PPE at home. Also, I'm constantly checking outlets for overloads, freight cables, and unacceptable extension cord use. Perfection is not required. Progress in the right direction is. In every video, I translate my industrial environmental health and safety knowledge into actionable strategies for your home. Indoor air quality, fire dangers, fall hazards for older adults, summer safety mishaps, whatever wants to hurt you at home and at play. Industrial triage is a system that I use, and you get it for free every week. Subscribe now so we can continue to craft a system for your home that protects your family and property. I've also created tools to implement the system, like my free 10-minute healthy home tune-up and my smoke detector guide, Shut It Up. I've left links to both of these items in the description if you want industrial triage on automatic pilot mode. You know, my faith convicts me to be a good steward of what I've been given, and I failed multiple times in spectacular fashion. But if I can help just one person avoid the trouble that I've experienced, it's all worth it. That's my purpose, to serve others the way that the Savior served us. My name's Denise, so let's go and make your home healthier and happier, even if it has a little mess around the edges. You can start now by clicking one of the videos on your screen.